Okay, at least three persons per team. They will do however they want to do. Like someone does more, someone does less. I don't care. But 3% per team member, they will do it. Okay, and once you start, it's your responsibility. How do you want to do it, etc., etc. Are we clear about everyone? Hmm? Okay, team one, this is your thing. However you want to do, I'll not interfere at all into that. You will do it yourself. The entire thing, you will do it. Okay. So here you go. Team one, go ahead. Yes, Deepak?
The chat is disabled.
I did not
Recording
disable.
in
I
progress.
did not disable any chat. I don't even know how to do that.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, maybe I don't know. Okay, guys, team one, start please.
Can you tell the names, Amar, so we know who
Okay,
teams?
sure, I can do that. So team one is Abdul Alim, Deepak, your team, Devraj, Hitan, Wahid, Tariq, Umair, Sajid Wadood, Wakar, Javed Sheikh. Please go ahead. Okay. So timer of 15 minutes.
1 hour 16 minutes and 56 seconds. Counting down.
So the timer of 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Counting down.
I'll start from Agile. Okay. So in Agile, we have got 4 values and 12 principles. 4 is customer collaboration over contract negotiation, respond to change over following a plan, working software over comprehensive documentation, individual interaction over process and tools. Moving on to Agile, on the Scrum flow, we have got sprints, and sprint goes from 1 to 4 weeks. And during the sprint, we use all these information ready as which is burn up chart, burn down chart, Kanban board, task board. On each sprint, we also determine what is the spike and also determine what is the team's velocity. Moving on, when a sprint starts, we'll have product backlog, where the product owner puts in all the user stories and helps us prioritize. Later, we'll have sprint planning, where we'll plan what can be done in this sprint. We'll take the user stories, top priority user stories, put it here. And if there is any user story that is very large, we consider it as epic, and we ask them to break it down into smaller user stories. Then team starts working on it. We'll have daily stand-ups, 15 minutes, same place, same time. And for this user story to be done, we use estimation to create story points, and we use ideal hours, affinity estimation, and Fibonacci series. Once the sprint is completed, at the end of the sprint, we have got sprint review. We use definition of done for an internal team to determine what it is, and then the client takes acceptance criteria. Client does acceptance criteria to accept those user stories and put it into product increment. And then once we have something on the sprint backlog and product sprint is not complete, it goes back into product backlog. We also do a sprint retrospective to understand any lessons learned. This is within the team and the Scrum Master. Moving on, so we are getting into the predictive part, starting from fundamentals. Products roll up to portfolio, or it rolls up to programs if it is a related projects. We have also got operations into portfolio. In here, we are mainly focused on project. So as a project, we have got types of organization, which is mostly project oriented, and then mostly functional oriented, and then we have got matrix starting from strong, balanced, and weak. We have documentation that helps us make most of the decisions, which is organization process asset, which has the processes, templates, and all other documents that helps us use during the project. We also have enterprise environmental factors, TESTL, which also helps us determine and also gain knowledge or extract data for other processes. The type of PMO, supportive, controlling, and directive. Based on the organization, it changes the needs. So now getting into the project stage itself, we do a need assessment, a business case, which is monetary, and benefit management plan, which is non-monetary or intangible. if everything is accepted, then we move into creating a project charter and assumptions log. So in project charter, it will have everything at a high level, and then once the project charter is approved, that is when the project is actually initialized. Moving on to stakeholder management. Stakeholder management, we have got stakeholder management plan. Identification, we identify who are all the stakeholders. We can gain some information from the project charter, which is at a high level, and also from the previous documentation that I mentioned, OP and EEFs. We'll do focus groups for 4 to 8 people. We'll do facilitator workshop if it is a larger group, and we'll also do one-on-one. And mostly it is based on expert judgment on who will be the stakeholders, and who thinks they are a part of this project will also be considered as a stakeholder. And then we'll do a process called analyze to categorize them and prioritize them. Either they are internal, external, upward, downward, or sideways. Kind of doing also prioritization. We have prioritization to be done on power interest, based on power interest graph. And we also have stakeholder cube and salience model based on to understand what is the power, urgency, and legitimacy that they have. Based on this information, we now come up with the stakeholder register. So this one I have defined it as processes. So with that stakeholder register, we also create the stakeholder management plan, and in that stakeholder management plan, we'll have this matrix of which level of support a stakeholder provides, which is the current level, and then the desired level. So we'll try to move them from current to desired. If they are already on a desired level, we'll monitor them to make sure that they are still on the same level of that matrix. Moving on to risk. So risk has got risk identification, and let me do it again. So risk, we have got risk management plan. So in risk management plan, it will tell us what is the organizational risk attitude, if they are neutral, seeker, or averse. We'll also have threshold, and we'll also have tolerance of how that threshold can be achieved. Moving on to the risk register, where we identify all the risk based on the same expert judgment, focus group, workshop, OEA, OPA, and EEFs. We do prioritization. And risk, the main formula that we need to remember is probability into impact. We do a qualitative risk assessment where we assess what are all the risk and give it a score based on probability impact matrix. And once the qualitative risk is achieved for all the high and priority risk or the high ranking risk, we do quantitative risk assessment. For that, we have got tools, which is influence diagram, see which highly influences, sensitivity diagram, take an event and then see who gets the most impact. Do a Monte Carlo analysis, see and get an S-curve. It is a simulation-based model.
How much you are going to do, Deepak? I said it 3 team members will do at least, right? That was the point here, that at least 3 team members will do. So you will do the all of that, or other team member will also do?
Yeah, I can give it to my team member. We all did it together.
It's not about you will give it to team member. You should plan it, at least 3 people will do it. Okay.
Okay. No problem. I can stop it at risk and then give my screen to somebody else so they can cut it. So qualitative risk assessment, we've got estimated monetary value. Based on the monetary value, we determined what is the ranking and what is the risk level, and either it is a threat or an opportunity. So for all those risks, we also plan for the risk response. Some are proactive, some are reactive. So for proactive risk response, it can be positive or negative. For positive, we have got exploit, enhance, and share. Negative, we have got avoid, mitigate, and transfer. If nothing works or nothing is within our threshold, then we'll escalate to the sponsor. On reactive, we will accept it, positive or negative, and we'll put it. We'll assign a risk owner for it, and the risk owner will monitor the process. When a trigger happens, then he will apply the risk response to get it mitigated. And on top of all this, we will do a risk reassessment, which will help us understand what is the residual risk, which is the leftover risk from the current risk response plan, and the secondary risk that happened due to applying this risk response, which goes back into risk register. We will do a risk planning once again. That's everything. Moving on, the next one, I don't know my team members' names. Can you give me one team member
I
name?
did. I
So I
shared you.
explain quality management here. Hiten.
Okay, okay,
So as we see that in quality management plan, so we set a standard like benchmark of every quality. And after that in quality management plan, there is a cost of quality. In cost of quality, there is two things which we explain, cost of conference and cost of non-conference. And after that, there is quality metrics. In quality metrics is basically is equal to KPI. But if we talk about in quality metrics, so there is a lot of tools which we discuss. Like we can do audit. Audit is equal to write process sequence to check effectiveness of the process. And after that, in quality, we do inspection of deliverables according to the checklist. Like the person is like the project is going according to the checklist or no. Then after that, we also do plots. Like in plots, we use trend chart, which shows the time. Then we also use histogram to see the frequency distribution. And there also we do Pareto diagram, which explain us about the 20-80% perspective, like how 20% thing has impacted on the 80% thing. Then after that, we can say fishbone, which is also known as root cause analysis and five whys. In fishbone, we basically find the root cause why this problem is happening with, like for example, with process, equipment, people, environment, for these things. And after that, we can also see scatter diagram. So scatter diagram is basically with this tool, we basically know about the relationship between two things, X and Y. If there is no relationship, then but basically it shows the correlation between two things. And after that, we also see about the control of chart. So it's used to control the process. Like if something, there is a mean, if some there is mean and upper control limit and lower control limit. If anything will go above the under control limit, upper control limit, then there is a special case, special cause. If anything go beyond the lower control limit, there is also special cause. So everything between the mean. And there is a rule of seven also. If anything is between the has no it has the same variation, or if no variation or same variation is in the line between mean and upper control limit, then there is a rule of investigation. We have to investigate about that. And if somebody else want to explain our scope management in our team. Okay. So in scope management plan, so there basically there is a, we say, requirement management management plan. In scope management plan basically do. Okay, so in requirement management plan, we first of all we identify the requirements. Like we identify with the same process, like how we can do expert judgment, interview expert judgment. And after that, we can also do focus group, facilitated workshop, and we can also do document review, OP and EEF. And after that, we also we also add to identify requirement prototype. Prototype is like that, sir explain us, that is everything is same. For example, airports, we make a design of that, copy the same thing. In context diagram, we collect the requirements, and basically it shows the like something is coming input and something is going output, and everything is linked together in context diagram. And after that, in this one, after when we identify all the requirements, then we do put into the document requirement traceability matrix, which is known as RTM. And it has all the detailed information about the requirements, like the Excel sheet. Then there is also another document, requirement documentation, which has functional requirement, known requirement, solution requirement, transition requirement, like if it's moving from one place to another. And after that, we make a scope management plan, which just basically scope management plan. When we collect all the requirements from this process, so we filter the requirement, and after that we make project scope statement. This is in scope management plan. We don't discuss about the work breakdown structure and all that is basically mentioned over there. Deepak, can you continue this one? Schedule?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Okay. In schedule, we have got schedule
Deepak,
management
not
plan.
you.
And
Not
I can, by the way, can you
Deepak,
find
not
another
you.
team member of
Not
ours?
you, not you. Abdul
Yeah, I'm
Alim,
also looking.
Abdul Alim, Devraj, Mahmood, Tarek, Umair, Sajid Wadood, Waqar.
Yeah, let me do for scheduling. So now the scheduling we have a scheduling management plan. We have the software to be used for the work packages and activity list and activity attribute for that and milestones. So milestone for that, we have a relationship for the internal and external. Any FS finish to start to finish and finish to finish, and then lag and lead. So we have a duration calculation, analogous tools, a parametric, and bottom up and 3-point estimation. Then we have a schedule baseline, okay, which have a sponsor approval for required that one. And in between that, we have a critical path and a network diagram. So critical path, we have a longest path of which are zero float. And we have scheduling compression. Under scheduling compression, we have caching and fast tracking and resource optimization technique and resource leveling need the change request of that, and resource smoothing, which is a schedule fix for the fixed schedule. So this is for the scheduling. And go to the Deepak, the next one. Cost, I think. Deepak, I think differently. Yeah, what is the name? Yeah. So we have now for the cost management plan. We have to define for the what currency, pace, and funding limit.
Time's up, team one, time up. When the clock strike 9, it is time's up. You see,
Okay.
time's up.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so very well done, team one. Great job. Really appreciative how you did.
Thank you.
Beautifully mind map, beautifully designed. Okay, team two. Make sure at least 3 people do that in your team. So team two, if I name them, Devraj, I was expecting you will take over. It's such a strong team, and no one was even doing. Deepak was moving here and there. Don't do that, team two. Okay. So team two, Donald, Mirza Tariq, Minhaj, Santosh, Mitesh, Hussain, Nitya, Shubham. Who will be sharing the screen and explaining? Who made in team two?
Sir, I will.
Okay.
I will be sharing, sir.
Okay, please, Hussain, go ahead.
Okay.
And guys, if you still haven't commented on the LinkedIn, please do that. Hasnain, you like Wondershare more than Viru. Was it easy? I see you 2-3 times.
Sir, the picture quality is very nice. When you take in the hard form, it becomes very good. But the quality of Miru is not good.
Okay, we'll see. We'll talk about that. Okay, go ahead.
So, okay, my team is here.
Yeah, Sam, let me explain this fundamental.
Okay, sure.
Okay, in fundamental, we have the pre-project activities. Then we need to make the assessment, and then we look the business case, and the business case is a business case management plan, and then the project charter. Business case management, a business case could be tangible, and then we will look the value through NPV, ROI, RRR, and payback period. And benefit management plan is intangible. And then the project charter. Can you just a little put it up, please? No, make it little up. Up. Yeah. Okay, so then the project basically there is a make it little zoom bigger, temporary with. So the project will be the start and end date, and there is a 5 process group which is called initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control and closing. In initiation, we look the project charter, assumption log, and the stakeholder register. And in planning, we look the 18 plans and then decide with the life cycle to choose. And execution, perform the planned work, handle the conflict, and manage the issues. Monitoring and control various analysis, and then closing the project, completing, accepted or rejected, formally close the project. Make it little up, please. And in project, we have a major constraint, which is cost, schedule, scope, risk, quality, procurement, and customer satisfaction. And then factor influences of the project, which is basically organization, OPS, and EEF. OPS is procedure, tools, template, policies, knowledge, data, and EEF could be external and internal. Based on this is the policies, politically, economical, social, technological, legal, and economical. And then internal is the PMIS, which is organize and control the flow of the information. Type of organizational, there are three types of organizational: functional and functional, which is the matrix and project based. So in functional manager has holding the 100% power over the resources, whereas PM has a less power. In matrix, there are three types of matrix. This one, weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. In weak matrix, after holding the 80% of the power, and PM work as a coordinator, and then and balanced matrix both have the equal power, and strong matrix PM holding the 100% power. Projectize, PM holds complete 100% power over the resources. Then we have a type of project management office. There are three types: supportive, controlling, directive. Supportive provide the tools and templates, training. Controlling supports plus the edit, and directive support and day-to-day instructions are worked. Go a little up, please. No, communication. Then also in project.
Will you continue, sir, or I should take it over?
Let me complete this communication and then you can continue.
Okay, please continue.
Okay, in the project, there is a communication. No, go a little up. So I look at the main heading, go up a little. Yeah, here. So communication, basically there are little above, yeah, here. So communication, in communication, we have a communication can be done in verbal, written, formal, internal, external, vertical. These are the ways. Can you go up a little? Formal written project charter plan, long distance communication, informal email, text messages, formal formal communication, informal meetings and conversation. 7 C's, which is the clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. And communication model basically is a medium, which is communication need always medium like a Zoom, etc. Send, receive, and noise. Send, encoding, sending, communication. Receiver can receive and decoding the information and interpret and the noise, anything that damage the communication. Then there is a communication type. There are 3 types of communication: push, pull, and interactive. Push communication is the message that is emails and letters. And pull communication, like website communication, doing the efforts to get information like watching videos and platform from the website. Interactive communication, exchanging ideas where both participants are active. I mean, there are face-to-face. It could be between 2 or among the many. Then there is a level of communication. Monitor the communication, manage the communication, work performance, monitor and control the process, work performance information, work performance report, and project communication, and shared to all. Then there is this number 6 communication management plan, which is basing on the 4 R's: right information, right people, right information, right time, right people, and right impact. Then communication, there is the channel. Can you just
basically it is formula n into n minus 1 divided by 2 equal to number of stakeholders. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
So
Continue, please.
with the next.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So next topic is stakeholder. The first step is identify stakeholder, but there are some key stakeholder: customer, supplier, end user, community, government, employee, manager, sponsor, and team member. These are some key stakeholders. Identification. The identification is performed through expert judgment, focus group, workshop, facilitated workshop, OPAs, and EEF. Record stakeholder. Once the stakeholder are identified, record them in a document named as stakeholder register. It is part of initiation. So, these are some things that we need to record, like name and contact information, stakeholder classification, influence, interest, and impact project. And the fourth one is engagement strategy or expectations from the project. Third step is analyze stakeholder. Upward stakeholder, downward, sideward. Upward sponsor, CEO or higher authorities. Downward team members. Sideward other PM, same position. The next step is prioritize stakeholder. Power interest matrix. High power, high interest, manage closely. High power, low interest, keep satisfied. Low power, high interest, keep informed. Low power, low interest, keep them on watch list. In high power, high interest, we have sponsor, team member, upward stakeholder, downward stakeholder. In high power, low interest, we have government agency, media. Low power, high interest, we have high power, low interest, we have competitors. Low power, low interest, we have kitchen staff and security staff or security guard. Okay. Then the next we have stakeholder cube, and the last one is salience model, which is power, urgency, and legitimacy. The fifth step is review and update. Finalize the initiation phase as stakeholder register is document of initiation phase. The sixth step is develop stakeholder engagement plan, SCP, that contains strategies for stakeholder engagement to manage the expectations and requirement of stakeholders. The seventh step is utilize stakeholder engagement matrix. Assess stakeholder from current engagement to the desired. Compare current and desired engagement level of stakeholders. The eighth point is implement SEP, stakeholder engagement plan. It should be implemented after it is approved by the sponsor or CCB. Review SEP, monitor and control phase. If something is not effective in the stakeholder engagement plan, then raise change request and update it once permission is granted by the change control board or sponsor. The next step is, in case new stakeholder is identified, record them in stakeholder register, raise change request to update stakeholder engagement plan, communication management plan, resource management plan, risk management plan, and assumption log if required. The 11th step is continuously evaluate the effectiveness of stakeholder engagement plan and make modifications according to the requirement through change request after approval by the control board or sponsor. Procurement. In procurement, first is plan procurement, where we make or buy analysis. Then we have procurement management plan, consists of PSO, W, procurement statement of work, plus PS, and further we have RFP, request for price, request for proposal, request for information, and request for quotation. The second one is manage procurement. Conduct procurement. It contains advertisement, bidder, LOI, contract agreement. In contract agreement, we have fixed scope. If we have fixed scope, then we will have FFP, firm fixed price incentive fee, firm fixed price award fee, firm fixed price economic price adjustment. If the scope is defined at high level, then we have cost reimbursable contract, cost plus incentive fee, cost plus award fee, time and material contract, which is subscription based. Then we have procurement strategy, control procurement. In control procurement, we have inspection, audit, and conflict resolution technique. And after this, we have close procurement and conflict resolution technique. We have the first step is to negotiate. If it is not working, then the next step is follow the contract. If that is not working, alternate dispute resolution or mediation. And if all these three are not working, then the last and least adoptable option is legal action, which is not recommended. Procurement management plan. Okay. Team. In team, we have team charter known as working agreement or social contract initially prepared by project manager, finalized by the project team. Conflict management. Basically, in team charter, we have ground rules, values, vision, mission, and conflict management and decision. In conflict management, when conflict occurs, PM need to identify what is the problem, what is the potential solution, choose one, otherwise choose other unless the conflict gets resolved. 5 stages of contract, 5 stages of conflict. Problem to solve, disagreement, contest, crusade, world war. Strategies to solve the conflict. Compromise, reconcile, which is considered as partially win. Collaborate, problem to solve, which is a win-win. Problem, force, direct, compete, which is you lose, I win. Avoid, withdraw, which is lose-lose. Accommodate, smoothing, which is you won, I lose. Voting. We have voting unanimity where everyone agrees on the single option. Majority where about 50% of or more than that agrees on a single option. Plurality where a large portion of people agrees on single action. Autocratic dictatorship where one man makes the decisions. So next we have emotional intelligence. In emotional intelligence, we have 5 steps. Self-awareness, first you have to understand yourself. Self-management, then you have to manage yourself. Social skills, you must know how to deal with others. Empathy, you have to understand what feel others. Motivation, you should know what motivates others. Abraham Maslow theory, motivational theories. The first we have Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. Second one is Herzberg dual factor theory, which contains motivational agent and hygiene agent. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Theory X says monitor them closely, and theory Y says provide them good environment and they will work. McClelland achievement motivation theory, expectancy theory, halo effect. Next, we have a resource management plan. Resource management plan contains how you will acquire resources, what are type of resources, how you will develop, when the resources will be available, how you will manage them, how you will control and release. Then we have team development stages, the famous Tuckman ladder, which is forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Next chapter is quality, which contains quality management
Astan,
plan quality.
Give it to other team members also, yaar.
जी सर
Other
सर
team
बस थोड़ा ही
members.
रह गया
Last?
सर
Just give it to Nitin.
नितिन
Okay, Stan, completed.
Okay. In quality, first quality management plan. In plan quality, we have agreed standard, cost of quality, cost of conformance, cost of non-conformance, and quality metrics. In control quality, we have data gathering, analysis, representation. Manage quality, we do audit, inspection. Quality tools, we have following quality tools: cause and effect diagram, fishbone, YY diagram, Ishikawa. Also scatter diagram, control chart, histogram, Pareto chart, and risk. Okay. Risk planning. The first step is identify the risk through SWOT analysis, OPS, EEF, expert judgment, focus group, other tools also. Risk management plan. It contains the overall procedure. It does not have any list of risk. It defines tolerances of stakeholder like what is high risk for them, medium risk and low, organizational risk attitude, high risk seeker, risk averse, risk neutral, roles and responsibility, budgeting, timing, definition and probability impact reporting, tools tracking, prioritization of risk, qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. In qualitative analysis, we do probability and impact metrics. Quantitative analysis, we have different tools: tornado analysis, influence diagram, decision tree analysis, expected monetary analysis, Monte Carlo analysis, and other tools. Risk response. We have two types of response: proactive strategies and reactive strategies. In proactive strategies, for positive risk, we have exploit, enhance, share. For negative risk, the proactive strategy is avoid, mitigate, and transfer. For reactive strategy, we have acceptance, active acceptance, and passive acceptance. In active acceptance, we have contingency plan, plan A, and plan B, which is known as fallback plan. Passive acceptance, you identify the risk but do nothing. Execution. Risk owners look for risk triggers. Contingency plan. In contingency plan, small residual risk, minimum risk left that is acceptable. Secondary risk. As a result of that, new risk is identified, put it in risk register. Monitoring and control phase, we do audit, risk review meeting, reserve analysis, and risk reporting. And one more thing, we have issue log, which we forget to add, but it is also one of it. Okay, team is done.
Time's up on Hasnan. Hasnan?
Agile.
Hasnan? Agile is there. Okay, Agile is very important. Nithya, you want to do?
Yes.
Let him do. Okay. I'm giving this time because Agile is so important. Yes. Hasnan, let us Nithya do.
Okay. Here in Agile, the scopes are keep changing. So mainly that Agile technology in Agile, mainly that story point, user story, and velocity of the team, the lead time, cycle time, the supply. The four values of the Agile, mainly the customer collaborations over contract and negotiation, the individual and interactions over process and tool, responding to the change over following the plan, and the working software over the comprehensive documentation, and then the 12 principles are there. Mainly for the planning of Agile, like it is called like a product backlog, which is we are getting from this product owner. Product owner will discuss with the customer, and then he is making a product backlog. And this product backlog, it will the product backlog mainly for the story point will be assigned by this team during the there are like Agile planning stages, planning, and then sprint planning, and then sprint. 1 minute. Okay. This one mainly mainly for the sprint planning, and the daily stand-up meeting, sprint review, and the sprint retrospective. In the sprint that we are getting the product backlog from this product owner, and along with the team is doing this planning, where the team is assigning this story point in the user story, and the team is planning how much story point they can complete in one sprint. Once the planning is done, then this is going for this progress. In this, like there are like a daily basis, they will join together for the 15 minutes a daily stand-up meeting, where they will discuss about like what was done yesterday and what is going to do today, and what are the impediments or roadblocks are there to continue the work. So these are the areas they will discuss within the 15-minute short discussion, and then they will move on the daily work. The moment when the sprint is done, the user story is completed, the sprint value will be planned, where they will do this demos. They will do this product demo as well as this product grooming also, in which that stakeholders will be invited for this, and their feedback will be collected. If the sprint is accepted, then it will move for this product increment. If this is not accepted, then again it will go to the product backlog, where the standard process will come through this. Once the sprint review is completed, then the next is a sprint retrospective, where whatever the lesson learned observed during the execution or during the review, These will be part of the discussion and where they will find an opportunity for improvement based on the lesson learned. So these are the 5 activities it will happen. So the mainly the 3 documents in the agile is like product backlog, sprint backlog, and the product increment. And the 3 major roles in the agile is like a product owner, scrum master, as well as this development team. There are like other kind of agile activities also, other type of agile like Scrum of Some and extreme programming and lean crystal. So mainly for so in this case that information radiator, it will be used to inform the stakeholders how much the work it is being done, where this is called the burn up chart, how much the work is completed, the burn down chart, how much the work is left, the task board. It's a simple task board where stages are there, how much is completed, how much is in progress, and then Kanban board. Kanban board, this is having the limited information like it will give like presentations about the progress. And the estimation story find this is using for ideal hours and Fibonacci series and the Whiteman Delphi. So the agile is mainly this is agile is a good practice for where the scope is not fixed, where the changes are occurs, frequent changes are occurs. Agile is the best practice.
Done?
Done.
Okay. Great job, guys. Team 2, very well done. Really proud of you. Hasnain, great job. How you led to the team, and everyone did a great job. Very well done. Now, team 3. Okay. I see still 37. I don't see 37 comments there on LinkedIn. Who has not commented? I'm gonna read it this time. Comment there. Okay. Team 3, Asad iPhone, Mushfiqir, Imran Khan, Amr, Ravinder, Shariar, Kaisar, Ahmad, and Sam. Who's gonna share the screen from team 3? Asad, Mushfiqir, Imran Khan, Amir, Ravinder Kumar, Shariar, Ahmad, and Sam. Who made from team 3?
I think Shariar will share screen.
Shariar, what are you waiting for? I cannot hear you, man.
I'm not very good in computers. I'm looking for where to this.
No issue. This is not a computer exam. This is your PMP. So don't worry about the computer.
So
yeah, share your screen.
Yeah, share.
Same way you made the mind map, share it in the same way.
Yeah, it's same. So
timer of 15 minutes. Please go ahead.
15 minutes. Counting down.
Let's start. Actually, we started from portfolio. Portfolio consists programs. Programs means related projects, and it also consists some not related projects and operations. In project, we have 5 phases. One is initiation. In initiation, we have project charter, assumptions log, and the stock register. The stock registers, first we do identification of stakeholders through expert judgment, focus group, facilitated workshop, document analysis, OPS, and EAFs. After that, doing identification, we analyze and categorize. By categorizing them in internal, external, or their upward, downward, sideward basis. After that, we prioritize by power interest matrix. That is high power, high interest. We have to manage them closely. Then high power, low interest. We have to keep them satisfied. Then low power, high interest. We have to keep them informed. Then low power, low interest. We have to monitor them. And there are another methods, stakeholder cube, that is nothing but another dimension is anything, that could be anything in maybe geographical conditions or something else. And then one more model is that salience model, which is which consists interest, urgency, and legitimacy. Okay. Then after that initiation, we came into planning phase. Planning phase consists project management plan. That includes 18 documents, that is 18 plans, that is a stakeholder engagement plan. It includes strategies to engage a stakeholder and stakeholder engagement metrics, where after that we have this communication plan. There is 4 hours of communication. That is right information at right time to right people to have right impact. I think this model is missing from here. And then in this we have a communication model. Communication model that nothing understands, encodes the message, and receiver decodes it. Anything that is stopping is called noise. And there are 2 ways, 4 types of communication. That is push type, that includes emails, direct calls, messages, group messages, etc. Then pull type, that is website, dashboard, interactive, one-to-one, or hybrid. Then way of communication, there is physical communication or virtual communication. Then it comes to risk. Who will take from here? Hello, team members, who will take from here?
Sharia, I can take from here, no problem. You just give me the scale.
Risk. Yeah.
I can see the purple is very tiny.
You need to zoom it?
Yeah. Can you zoom it? Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, sir, we are doing the risks. There is a risks is equals to probability and impact ratio. So there is a risk management plan, risk register, issue log, and risk report. In the risk register, we are doing identify all risks, analyze risks. Analyze risks. There is a 2 part of analyzing risk. There is a qualitative risk and quantitative risk. Here is the quantitative risk for influence diagram, sensitivity analysis, Monte Carlo analysis, simulation, and expected monetary value. Okay, so in that case, we are completing the risks here. There is a chart we are making. Sharia, can you zoom in the chart? Proactive risks and opportunity. There is a exploit, enhance, and share. There is a negative risk. There is a threat, avoid, mitigate, transfer, and escalate. There is a risk response strategy. So it is we have completed risks here. So another portion is there. Sharia, can you go rightwards? Is there anything missing in the risk? No.
Risk management plan guides.
Yes. So there is a risk management plan. So we are doing this the attitude and the thresholds. So neutrals, seeker, and average. There is a groups of the handle risks, and it is a risk rate. Okay, so there is a risk management plan. After that, Sharia, we are doing the resource management plan after the risk.
No, we have not done this.
Not done this. So we can make it this allocated time in this. So there is a cost and all these things. Sharia, can you move forward in the cost?
Yeah, they're not cost. We were not able to do the cost. We did this in risk part. That there is some.
What happened, Sharia? What are you doing?
Yeah. So you can describe from there.
So who else is going to describe it?
If there is no one, go ahead, Shariar, you explain it.
I
Don't sit.
can,
Yeah, okay. Who is this?
yeah, Amir here.
The screen is yours.
Yeah. So just coming back to the projects, so tangible and intangible. So when we're looking at the tangible benefits and quantifying those, we'll go through a business case which is written to make a case for the project, and then we have metric measures for such as the benefits, cost benefit ratio, as well as the ROI, payback period, NPV, etc., which are calculated. Then in terms of intangible benefits, we have the benefit management plan and the KPIs and any brand growth or goodwill growth, etc. Can you zoom out a little bit?
So you can describe all this.
Yeah.
All these plans.
Yeah. Did we finish the? Yeah. Okay.
Communication management plan till that point.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, communication management plan you didn't complete, right?
I completed it now. Now for
yes.
we did not just name the.
Yeah. So
plans.
the 18 plans that we have as part of the project management plan. So we already went over the stakeholder engagement plan, which involves the strategies to engage the stakeholders. It also includes the communication management plan, which already Shahriar spoke about. Apart from that, we have the quality management plan, the risk management plan, the resource management plan, which basically involves the team charter and the team management of the teams and that aspect. Then we have the schedule management plan, the cost management plan, the scope management plan, the procurement management plan, the change management plan, the configuration management plan, the requirements management plan, the scope baseline, schedule baseline, cost baseline, performance measurement baseline, the project lifecycle description, as well as the development approach. So these are basically the 18 component plans which make up the project management plan. And then moving across to the other phases of the project as well. Apart from, we have we have initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control, as well as the closure. So in planning, we already spoke about the 18 plans which make up the project management plan. In execution, the work is actually done here. We have the issue log as well as the lessons learned which are generated. And in monitoring and control is basically variance analysis and checking back on standards or benchmarks versus performance of the actual project. We have, in terms of risk, the risk report is generated here as well. Closure essentially means out on everything that is done to contractually close the project as well. So in terms of also deliverables, we have the verified deliverables, which are also okay. Did we do quality already?
Quality we did not able to do it. No? We made it. That's we were not able to elaborate it more.
Okay. I think did we cover everything here then on the screen? And
so whatever we have prepared, we have covered.
That's it, man. Then that's it. Then stop your screen. Okay.
That all
very well done, Shariar. Very well done. You did a good job. Great. Especially with guys, I'm gonna ask you and request you for your life. Don't label yourself. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at. Like Shariar, you were fine at computer. Why the hell would you say I'm not good at computer? You are doing great job.
No, I'm talking about my speeds of typing.
That's okay. Only. Still, don't. I always say that. No negativity allowed. Okay? Make this your mantra. No negativity allowed. Like this is life. Okay. Last time, team 4, Chandrakant, Kamran Ashram, Mumtaz, Naveed Ilyas, Ramesh, Sohail Sabir, Ahmed G. Who is going to share? Kamran sir, your time starts now.
I am going to start and then I'll request my team members to join. Okay. We have project management, we have type of projects. In type of project, we have 4 types, starting with the predictive, also named as waterfall iteration projects, incremental, interactive, and agile. Incremental, iterative, and agile projects are also collectively called as hybrid or adopted projects. In agile, we have 4 values. First value is customer collaboration over contract management. Second is font change over following a plan. Third one, working software or comprehensive documentation. Fourth one, individual and interaction over process and tools. Then we have 12 principles. Project management is divided into 6 stages, namely, first, the need analysis, where the business case is prepared, along with it, a business management plan is also drafted. In the initiation phase, a project charter is drafted, assumption log, and stakeholder register. This is the board of governance sponsor. If they approve, the project is given a go-ahead. In the planning phase, we have 18 plans, starting with shareholder communication, resource management plan, risk management plan, procurement quality, schedule, cost, quality, etc. In the execution, what we do is do what you plan. In monitoring and control, do what you do, and in closing, approval and approvals of the product the client is again, and the project is closed along with the reports are written. We have basically how the projects are categorized. In the fundamentals, we have portfolio. Portfolio has 2 categories: program, in which similar projects are under its umbrella. Then we have project. Project definition is a set umbrella endeavor. It influence the things which influence the project are the OPs and EEFs. OPs include tools and templates, lesson learned, register, policy and procedures. EF are categorized as internal and external. Internally, the culture of the company, its policies, etc. And as external, we have political, environmental, social, technical, legal, and economic aspects. Then the other part of the organization is the operations. Types of organization, we have basically 3 types: functional, this predominantly is operation based. Then we have project oriented, and then mixed organization. In mixed organization, again, we have 3 subcategories: weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. In weak matrix, the functional part has more power. In the strong matrix, the project part has more power. Whereas in balance, both have the similar power, and project sponsor has the overruling authority. Then we have project management office, which is either supportive, controlling, or directed towards any project management team. Already we have covered need analysis. And then I would now like to invite one of my team members, I think Ramesh, to take it from here.
Yeah. Can you go towards the right? Or should I share my screen? Right side, right side.
You can share your screen.
Kamran, what are you doing, man? Scrolling.
Actually, I had shared with my team member, so he can.
Is the screen visible now?
Yes, Ramesh, your screen.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Kamran just finished fundamentals. Now, after moving from fundamentals, we discuss stakeholder during the initiation process for the project lifecycle. We identify the stakeholders using expert judgment, facilitated workshop, focus group, OPAs, EEFs, and after identification, we categorize those internally, externally, upward and downward. After categorization, we prioritize our stakeholder using power interest matrix, and power interest matrix according to like what is the high power, high interest, low power, low interest, and so on. Then we manage the stakeholder. We prioritize with this stakeholder cube as well, where we have power interest with plotted with another factor, which could be any other factor which could contribute their influence. Then we have salience model, which we have legitimacy and two other factors. Execution, we have stakeholder management plan. So during the planning, we have actually a stakeholder management plan and stakeholder engagement management plan, and we have stakeholder engagement matrix. Basically, it has the strategy, and stakeholder management plan has the strategies of what is the current activation, like the status of the stakeholder, and what is the desired level of engagement we want from the stakeholder. Then we move toward the communication. Basically, communication, the most important factors in the communication are the 4 R's, that the right information should be delivered to the right in the right time to the right people, having the right impact. So communication, we further discussed 4 types of the types of communication: push, pull, and interactive. Push means you are being pushed to have the information. Pull, you download or like take it from somewhere. Interaction is basically means face to face or one on one. Then for in the emotional intelligence of a project manager, we discuss self-awareness, how like the internal awareness of a PM during the communication, self-management, how he manages itself. Then the social skills, the empathy, which the value we have for other, and then comes during the other factor, there comes motivation, like how you motivate the team members during when they feel low. There are different types of motivational theories regarding this. We have Maslow, Husband, McGregor, Hello, and Macleland. Most of them are like some of them are depending upon the hygiene agents, which are the basic factor. Then the halo effect, you see someone and you get influence from them. Macleland, I think it was power and or recognition. Then comes the voting techniques, or voting technique, how the team would. Then there is communication model. Communication model is when the sender sends the information and receiver gets it. Senders encode the information and receiver receive it and decode it and send back the feedback. Among this, if there is any disruption, it is called noise. Then after communication, the sub part of it would be extended toward the teams. The teams we further described into two types of teams, which could be co-located or virtual. Co-located teams are one which are in one area or located in the same environment. They have the osmotic flow of information. Virtual team have their own challenges because their base are not co-located, and there could be several challenges like internet issues and etc. Then the team, the first basic principle for the team was the team charter. That before the start of work, the PM helps to the team charter is the working agreement and social agreement before the work is started. So it basically represents the ground rules that how team will further communicate or proceed with the working, or if any conflict is there, how they will proceed with it. Then there is a during the decision makings, how the team will take the decision. Either it would be unanimous, either unanimous means either would be unanimous, autocratic, majority, or polarity. Then for the conflict management, we have 5 level of conflict, like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Each level the conflict gets severe, and the resolution becomes difficult and difficult. So the mainly project manager jumps into the conflict at level 2, and the last level is World War, which from which the both of the conflicted parties or the team members should be separated. Then we discuss the stages of the team, that is document ladder itself, as a forming, storming, norming, and performing. Forming means the team just began to start. Then storming, they had some disagreement. Norming, they come back to their normal capabilities. Performing, then they perform to the maximum, and adjourning. Then we discuss towards risk. For the risk, for a risk management plan has basically no risk, but it has the process of how the risk will be managed. First, during the initiation process, we identify the risk. All the identified risks are listed in the risk register. For the identification, we use the same process. For prioritization, we prioritize the risk using qualitative or quantitative method. For qualitative method, we have for quantitative, it is mainly mathematical model, Monte Carlo analysis, tornado diagrams, sensitivity analysis, or decision tree or influence diagram. For qualitative, I think, Kamran, we missed qualitative, right? Okay, then there is a risk response, like how you would respond to a risk, if you will accept the risk, if you will mitigate the risk, if you would transfer the risk, if for a negative risk. For a positive risk, it is called opportunity, how you will exploit it, share it, or enhance it. Okay. Then there is a issue log. Any risk which is not listed and it is materialized, it becomes an issue. Then there is risk report. After the risk response is implemented, how the risk is, what is the final output, and the details regarding this is the risk report. Here we have missed two things. There are residual risk and secondary risk. After implementing the risk response, the risk remaining is residual risk, and if another risk arises, that is called secondary risk. Then there is for any organization, either they are neutral to a risk, they are risk seeker, or risk averse. Then for the classification, we discussed this one, that either it is a threat or an opportunity. For quality, basically quality starts from our planning process. During the planning of the quality, we decide we generate the quality management plan. Among the 18 plans, it has standard cost of quality, the standard which we have to meet, the cost of quality, that could be and the metrics, how the KPIs, how the quality would be measured. Cost of quality could be further divided into conformance or non-conformance. Conformance means non-conformance would be related to warranty, or after the damage has been done, and conformance has to be those factors that are used to avoid any failure. Okay, then there are KPIs. During the execution, we assure the quality. Monitoring and controlling and execution, we discuss some tools regarding the quality. That is, first we collect the data through audit, inspection, and data. For inspection, we use checklists, check sheet, sampling, and survey or feedback to collect the data. Then we proceed towards the analysis of the data. These data are plotted using the trend chart, scatter plot, histogram, Pareto. Pareto means 20% of your problems would be resulting 80% of the solution. Fishbone diagram, the cause and effect diagram, and control chart, which shows the two categorization of a graph, and there are several points are plotted, and the behavior of points are judged. Based on this, the operations are concluded. After this, we have two more the main things: organization threshold, that how the organization quality threshold is, and how they are going to judge the quality. After this, we had, can someone else continue? Hello, Suhail?
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah, you can continue.
Please zoom little bit, scope. Yeah, here in the scope, first we have the requirement management plan, how we just stakeholders, and the documentation, we require some traceability matrices in which we have the scope statements. And other thing is in the documents is scope management plan. In scope management plan, we have further scope baseline in which we further divide the scope into the WBS work breakdown structure, and we maintain the work WBS dictionary, and we mention the code of accounts and project scope statement as well. Next in the scope, we have a scope creep and some glot plating. Other, we verified the deliverables according to the scope baseline. Further, we'll go to the other point, schedule. Yeah, schedule. Now in schedule, we have the schedule management plan, and for the bug packages. In bug package, we have list of activities. In list of activities, we decide the activities external, internal, and discretionary and mandatory. Further, we have dependencies like each activity have dependency with another activity in the form of 4 stages. Finish to start, start to start, start to finish, and finish to finish. And in the network diagram used for dependencies, here we check criteria, path, and float is 0. In the critical path, float is 0.
Time's up. Team 4. Thank you. Stop the screen.
Okay.
Very well done, team 4. Very well done, everyone. So round of applause for all of you. All teams are done. Okay. So Snan will be sharing certificate to all the batch 6. If you want to post it on LinkedIn, you can. You can tag me, whatever. Submit anyone who has still not submitted the application. Unless I stopped you to. They do that as we discuss. Hitin, we need to submit the application today. Rashi, we need to submit the application. Okay, if you haven't submitted the application, Suhail.
I won't be able to do it today. I will do it tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Try to do as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll
asking,
share it with you first for review. And
of course. I'm not asking to anyone to book the exam. I'm just asking you to submit the application. Okay. G Deepak.
When I say review, how to send as review to you? Just a screenshot of what is put on the description?
Put it in a Word file and send me a Word file. Okay. I want to just read the experience what you are writing. Just I send you a template just like that. Okay. Now the training is just done. Now the real game starts. Every week we will have 4 question answer session. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is for everyone. Monday is only for people in EST time zone. Mean people who are living US, Canada. Where is my Japan friend? Asmita? For you guys. It will be 7:30. Like I will send the schedule in the group. Okay. I will send the schedule in the group every week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. The coaching call will be Tuesday, 8 p.m. UAE time. That is 12 p.m. EST. Okay. Like 1 hour later of that. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It will be same time as the class. Consider this as a Saturday coaching call. Okay. And Monday EST coaching call will be there. Once you complete all the topics with the RCA, then I will give you simulator. Okay. And every way, me and Sudha will be customizing the things for you to get this thing done. Guys, you have seen so many success journeys. Inshallah, tomorrow you will see 4 more success journeys. Okay. I will be sending that in your groups, that success journey, whenever someone sharing, try to join as many success journeys as possible so it can motivate you. Anyone has any question they want to ask?
Monday, what's the timing for the class?
7 p.m. EST.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. EST. That's why I said that's why I said it will only for EST people, because it's 7 p.m. EST. It will be 3 a.m. in India and like 2 a.m. at other places. Okay.
Okay. And will you be providing recordings, because I'll be at work during the other
everything apart from the breakout room, like as you made in the breakout room, everything else recording. If even it's in the YouTube, you will get a YouTube link. If it's a Zoom, I will upload it and I put it in your Google file and we'll share there. Everything recording will be provided to all of you. Gee, anyone else? Any other question? Okay, so let's start this journey. Let's make you PMP. Starting from you, Naveed. I really want Naveed you to get this thing done. Please.
Sir.
You know that very well. Long time pending. Good to have you back after years of break.
Sir, I just need to ask you, although I'm not getting the required marks, but if I get suggestion from you that I first proceed the application.
Yeah, submit the application.
For motivation myself
submit,
to get
submit
myself,
the application. Submit the application. Submit the application.
Okay.
I'll send you a video how to fill the application. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll send you, and I will also dedicate facilitator. Sudha, are you with me? Sudha, are you here? I will send you also dedicated facilitator, and when I am not available, she will also be guiding you.
That will be great for me. Thank you. Thank you.
G Sajid sir.
So for us, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for KSA.
I will share in the group also, so that you don't have any problem.
And the same duration from 7 p.m. to
1 hour. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. 8 on Tuesday. KSA. I'm telling KSA time zone. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 7 p.m. to 6 hours. We need to do 180 mock. Okay, on Saturday.
Okay, fine, clear.
G. Anyone else?
As a request, can you start that at the 8 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Eastern?
When?
The other 3 sessions?
No session timing. I don't change any timing.
Sorry
for that. I don't change any timings at all. There's a big reason behind it. If I change one timing, you see, when you have a student from Japan. Asmita, what's your time right now, sister? Asmita?
Yeah, just a minute.
What's your time right now?
Yeah, early morning 3:57. It's about 4 o'clock now.
4 a.m. Right?
Yes.
So Deepak, if I go and keep changing the time zone, so it becomes a mess up. I do try to be as midpoint as possible. I hope you understand that. Okay. G, anyone else? Any other question?
Yeah, so Monday will be also 7. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Sir, Monday is not for you guys, na?
Okay.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I will send the schedule in the group. Actually, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let me send the schedule right now, since you guys are getting
So sir, if
Gigi, go ahead.
so if Monday is not our day, like we are in Dubai.
Sir, I'm sending in the group. Here you go.
Okay.
No,
I mean we can still participate in it.
If you are up, if you are available at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., yeah, come into the class. I will share the link. Link I will share.
Yeah.
Link I will share in the group. Okay, because the recording will be available. G. Anyone else? But the most important thing is do your question. With that, thank you very much. The journey just starts now. Looking forward to record everyone in batch 6, starting from today, and then batch 5, then batch 4, and everyone who is behind it in the class. Let's get this thing done. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste.
Sir, one more question.
Anji.
Ahmad.
Anji.
Sir, if you have like old material or literature, like questions answer from 6.
Sir, complete the topics that you have. That is that step number 1. Don't touch anything else. Please, this is very important. Okay. I was having discussion with one of my student. He was saying I was reviewing other material. This is good. This is good. If you go right, if you go left, you get confused. Every single thing that you need, starting from book, if you want to read book, starting from booklet, starting from tips and tricks, starting every single thing that you need, I have. I'll give you at the right time. Please don't try here, there. Nobody, you have paid already. I don't need to convince it to you. Nobody has more certified PMPs as I do. You see daily basis. You see my strength of my class, you know, it's 50-55. And out of that, daily students are clearing. I have 400 plus PMPs as of, what is date today? End of June. Okay. So this shows there. If they cleared, please follow the roadmap. Okay? Anyone else? Any other thing?
Okay, sir.
With that, Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sasriyakal, good morning, good evening, good night, BPM.
Walaikum salam, good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So if I can help all these people to become PMP, why not you? If you're watching right now, I'm gonna ask you Why don't you start your journey today and become PMP? Thank you very much, and bye-bye to you.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually, like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.
So